will reset under Trump? Is that what was the discussion about?
Aisha, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Okay.
Retarded ass nigga.
What? Why?
We wasted literally 45 minutes talking to this moron about some
You
shit.
gonna make
He
me
don't
take
know
your
anything
mama
about
on
it.
a fucking date.
What the fuck?
You heard me, bitch ass nigga.
Talk about your grandmother.
You heard me, bitch ass nigga. You gonna make me take your mama on a fucking nice candlelit dinner. Fat ass nigga. And I'm gonna bring her some roses and some fucking chocolates.
You guys are embarrassing my wife. White women
listen,
should not be
I'm
yelling.
gonna write her a fucking poem right now. Dear Mama Lion.
You retarded ass chump. What the fuck is wrong
Wait,
with you?
who laughed at that? Who laughed at that?
You embarrassing, man.
I know.
Oh my
You
God,
fool?
you're such a terrible person.
Who was that? That was you, Tally?
Such a terrible person.
Dear Mama Lion, how you doing, boo?
I'm sorry.
King, you know what? Hey, King, I'm gonna take my mama on a date, nigga. You heard me?
Mama, I'm on the date, nigga. But I can't make my point, so I'm gonna move it.
Just move on. We move on.
Dear Mama Lion.
She will probably say, broke Negro, did you used to work for me? I thought I fired your ass. Why are you stalking me? Don't make me call your parole officer.
Exactly.
Let's just move on.
What?
Yeah, my mama's a gross bitch ass nigga. Not like you.
Aisha, okay, my question to you is, okay, you said that.
Anyway, what are y'all talking about? Talk about something else.
Hey, we were talking about Donald Trump.
Talk about something else and not each other's mothers. Let's not talk about mamas, okay? How about that? I'm trying to play bingo. I don't want to hear y'all yelling in my ear, calling each other BANs. Find something else to talk about.
Aisha.
Listen, look, stop, babe, listen, I want you to understand something. There's always, because of the slavery we went through, there's always going to be a crab nigga. There's got to be a crab nigga in every crowd that just has to be the dissenter on every single issue. And it happens to be concrete.
Tally, what's a great moisturizer for the wintertime? I need a great moisturizer.
Moisturizer is the devil.
Cocoa butter. Hey, Aisha.
Then ask you.
I was just trying to figure out how we can turn that into a fight.
He uses mayonnaise to moisturize his skin anyway.
Damn, that really
That was me. Yeah, that was crazy.
Louis, I bet you they didn't get that.
Yes, we're always here, unfortunately. What is it that you require?
Wait, can I say something?
I got a good one for you.
I don't know who it is, but someone's been trying to say something to Aisha for a while. Let him go.
Yes, Seven. Hold on, my brother. Hold on real quick. She's going to use coconut oil, so don't worry about it. Hey, Aisha. So you said that no matter what,
Coconut oil dries my skin now, yo. I heard you use coconut oil for skin, but nah.
Y'all need to go to the doctor. Every single one of y'all just need a medical diagnosis of ADHD, and you need Adderall.
I can help you.
You're the main person. I know you're not talking.
I've been chilling.
You've been ankle biting. I had to yell at you to let Aisha finish. You're like, no, you're wrong. No, you're wrong.
Because she's got like the spurt cake. She likes to spurt out and stuff.
You all like to spurt out.
She's the
Aisha got a special spurt. Coconut oil.
I really thought that's
Aisha is a Ukrainian.
No, Aisha, you'll start like whenever somebody.
See, Tally, I didn't even get to hear your answer because everybody talked over you.
Actually, one thing that actually
Wait, let me ask my question, Aisha. Okay, thank you. Wait, what, Tally? Okay, Aisha, you said no matter what, Ukraine would have defended itself even if the United States of America did not support it, or even if Great Britain and the European allies did not support them. That's what you said. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, it was already happening prior to the support. Even though the support was put very quickly into place, it was already happening.
Okay, so that happened.
And it happened
in
historically as well.
2022, right? Just to make sure. 2022 happened.
Okay.
That's when everything went down. Okay.
Wait. 20? No. The war's been going on for longer.
No.
You could say it's been going on
Oh,
since
no,
2014.
my bad. I just realized we're in 24 now. Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
You could say it's been going on for 10 years.
Oh, it hasn't been going on for
In
10 years.
2014, that's when they invaded Crimea.
Let me ask you a question, Aisha.
2024.
Let me ask you this question then.
Yes, what do you want to ask? My bad. I didn't realize it's not 2024.
You know what? I hope the next batch of jollof rice you have is hard as fuck.
Can nobody make a jollof?
No!
Okay.
And he don't even eat her food. He sticks it in the freezer unless it get freezer burnt and orders Uber Eats.
Undercooked?
Who wants to hear step by step what I'm going to be doing to my turkey?
He sounds like a constipated UK man.
Who wants to hear my step by step
When you say
turkey
hard,
cooking
you mean like undercooked? Let me mute.
That accent coming from
Actually, the dude gave it to us before, pause, and he has a great, I'm the husband of the house, I'm Big Daddy.
Oh, I
now.
fucking make that turkey. I fucking make that turkey. Everybody bows before my fucking turkey.
What the hell is going on today?
My turkey is in the
Are you on drugs?
My turkey is currently
Your
brine.
mother.
I'm about to brine my turkey. I'm about to brine the shit out of it.
It's been
Oh my goodness. Fried that turkey.
My turkey is. You make me think something. Aisha, so my only question is, why didn't it happen between 2016 and 2020?
Ukraine defended themselves.
Somebody say my turkey, my choice.
Wait, do you mean Ukraine defended? They've been defending themselves.
No choice. Everyone must brine their turkey.
Why didn't Russia invade Ukraine between 2016 and 2020?
Because they were right. So when the Soviet Union collapsed,
Wait, what is
They
Hagoop?
did. Are we forgetting?
That was 2014. What did you say, Hagoop?
It was
you're cutting in now.
14 too, and learn how to pronounce the name correctly. It's horrible. It's not that difficult.
How the hell am I supposed to know how to pronounce your damn name? Hapoop? Hagoop? I don't really give a shit.
First of all, don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful to Haggard. It is literally Jacob with a fucking H. And if you don't know, just ask somebody. How would you like for us to call you Ooh or Mayo Boy? Okay? Beat your face. How about that?
Okay. I don't give a fuck about his biblical and fucking...
We don't give a fuck about your name. We don't give a damn. You lucky we let you speak here. You lucky we don't make you put your nose in the corner and recite the alphabet backwards while you stand on one foot. Shut up.
Yeah, maybe
Shut up.
maybe that's not how we should treat other Aquarius.
School, to your point though,
He ain't acting like one.
Ukraine was defended themselves like in 2014. So I don't know why you believe that they would magically stop defending themselves.
No. What I'm trying to tell you is this. I want you to think about it, but you don't want to think about it. Ukraine had the balls to actually allow Russia to attack them because they were going to sign a peace treaty, right? But they had
How
the
did they
balls.
allow you? Hang on, wait. You're making a lot of assumptions
If
here.
you can stop,
How did Russia? Hang on. How did they allow?
Let me ask you this: if you can stop a war, from, hey, go get a Bible. Hey,
School, get to
Aisha.
your point for fuck's sakes, because it's taking you forever.
Yes. Well, you have breed. Stop interrupting me, then you hear it.
Let's go get
You're
this
an
out, 'cause
American.
it sounds like it's about to be
Yeah,
done,
that's
but
true.
I want to confirm that it's stupid. Let's go.
I'm gonna call Kendrick on your ass in a second.
Yeah, Americans been like
Be careful.
mixing with everybody and anybody, so don't.
I also am waiting for this shit. Come on, let's go. Do it.
I'm not joking, Aisha. Okay.
Yeah, you sure sound it. What, are you Canadian?
How about
As a person,
Aisha, just chill, just let him go.
If Ukraine could stop a war from happening by signing a peace treaty, and they refuse to sign that peace treaty, are they not technically allowing Russia to attack them? Yes or no?
That's so stupid, and
No,
I think
that's so
wait,
fucking
I think
stupid.
you know how dumb that is.
Wow. Wow.
I don't even think you believe
Wait,
that.
so-
It would depend on what are the
That is
concessions
absolutely
with the peace treaty.
Okay, Louis,
Let me ask
I
you this
have
question.
actually
Yeah,
the
because
word
Louis.
for it.
School, let me give them context.
Yeah.
School, let me give them context.
Oh.
Because I've heard, School, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the original deal that if Zelensky had taken it, Russia wanted a smaller area than what they currently
Correct.
occupy. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. It was a roll of the dice.
Which treaty is
How many
this?
treaties have they violated?
Yeah, so I believe, Louis, that there was a deal on the table. I forget. So the one thing I don't know is if it was before or after Trump, but there was a deal on the table for Zelensky to take where Russia would have taken a smaller part of the current area that they currently occupy, a smaller part that was already Russian. And so they didn't take that, and now they have more of a
King, are you talking about the one that with Boris Johnson, that Boris Johnson
squad?
squash?
I'm not sure that. So that's the only thing.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
Okay, so that happened under Biden.
The Mint.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. I just remember somebody.
not the
I was like,
Minsk
damn. Is that?
No, this is after the hot war started.
2 years ago. Right. 2 years
Okay,
ago.
cool. Fair enough.
But
So,
to
Louis,
be
that's it.
fair,
That's it.
I think again, the UK and the United States also had an influence on Zelensky rejecting it. So it wasn't just made in a vacuum. Still, in retrospect, that was a bad roll of the dice.
No, that was the right roll of it.
No, because Ukraine has lost territory since
what
then.
Russia would have done, they would have taken whatever and then cracked on
They
with
have
the war
taken
regardless.
And now they've taken whatever, and there's still going to have to be a
They
deal.
wanted it to be legally their land.
Is there going to have to be a deal made sooner rather than later? And is Ukraine's position better or worse than when they could have made the deal?
Like, think about it. Like,
I don't know what if there is
I'm
some
curious.
miracle,
Do
some
you think France
actually
and Britain should
decent
have taken
peace
that
treaty comes out, that's great. But the peace treaty that will come up would not come up without Kiev inside of it, which then that means that
We
you can
don't
go
talk
to war
about
regardless
things
of
you don't
whatever
know.
amount.
Yeah, I don't think it's comparable.
Why not?
Yeah, it's not comparable.
You just don't
Don't
say
move,
that.
How
don't move the
not? How
conversation.
not? Can you explain?
Because that was like 70 years ago.
Don't open that parenthesis.
Okay.
No, don't open that. Don't open it. Don't open it. That's not why. That's not why. We don't have time to be going into World War II and the intricacy of World War II. Come on, stop that.
You don't like
The
this.
only- the
You
only
don't
thing
like
I'll say,
the. You
Louis-
don't like the parallel because it's perfect. It's perfect.
No, it's not.
That's why.
No,
That's why
it's
it makes
not.
you
No, it's
uncomfortable.
not. No, it's not.
Louis,
No, it's not.
there's-
No, it's not.
There's one area of
Yeah,
because
bro.
I'm
It's
not
appeasement. At the
for
end of the
this
day,
being a.
we can
Hold on,
color
Louis,
it up
Louis,
however
Louis.
we like to. It's appeasement.
Okay.
That's what it is.
All wars end with appeasement,
Regardless
actually.
of, that's right. All war, they eventually end. And it's the one thing that I actually sympathize with
Wait, not
the
if you win.
Ukrainian people. There's one area where I actually sympathize with the Ukrainian people is in that they did give up, and I don't believe they should have. And you guys were talking about this. They did give up their nukes. They should not have done that.
I think that was
I understand why they
everything, though. That was pre-everything.
Hold on. People say this, that, but that's not how it was. The nukes were on their territory, but it didn't belong to them. So part of the disarmament was to remove the nukes because they belong to the Soviet
This is gonna be
Union
a
anyway.
Russia
Because, hold on. Because they were leaving the Soviet Union,
Suck on
the nukes
Russia.
had to leave also.
Well, no, again, I think, but King has a point. Look, when Ukraine was getting its independence, that's when the concession was made to give the nukes to Russia. They didn't have to, but that was part of it. It sort of said, okay, you give us a security guarantee, we'll let you have the nukes. And again, in retrospect, that was a bad idea. Because not because they've used it, obviously, but because that mutual assured destruction would have certainly helped Ukraine.
Correct. And that's the one area, Matt, that I do sympathize because I don't agree with the Ukrainian war anymore. Now that what I've learned about the players that are operating above the level that we're actually viewing, right? The people who are pulling strings. I don't agree with the Ukrainian war. I think it's stupid. I think it should end. But I do
sympathize with the Ukrainian people. I wish they kept their nukes because then they would have more options. Now, if they want to decide to fight this for another 20 years, that's not my business. My business.
Wait, Russia invading is Ukraine's fault? I'm just confused at what.
Louis, I made it pretty clear. Louis, I made it pretty clear that there was a deal on the table that would be better than what we're seeing today.
Coming to terms with a deal doesn't mean you would attack me now.
To understand. Russia
there was a deal on the table
has
that would have been better than what we're seeing
Russia
today.
has never honored any agreement. You just was talking about agreements.
What? That's not true.
Don't even say that
That's
you
not
know
true.
agreement, whatever, and everyone else needs to confirm that Russia does not.
This is how you know people want to say, oh, well, the Russians are inhabited to frame American media. The fact that this is your talking points, these are your talking points, is just evidence.
Wait.
You guys are, this is Russian
brainwashing.
Russian brainwashing. That's what you're all supposed to.
I just want to understand something about your position. Are you saying that
every Eastern
because we
European
don't
can smell your
agree
fucking
with the Ukrainian war being funded by American taxpayer dollars, that therefore that's a Russian position?
One more time.
Oh my gosh.
Are you saying because we don't agree with the Ukrainian war being funded? Why? Yo, Aisha, you got to stop that. You got to stop the
I'm sorry, you told me to stop like
you hear me? You just responded to Louis. You hear me responding to Louis. Why just talking? You hear me?
Point of petty moderation. When we were trying to have a discussion earlier, the people who are complaining, at least one of them, were undercutting the conversation, talking about motherfucking glass and windows and fucking marble. If Aisha wants to undercut your stupid ass conversation about a stupid ass war, let her. Go on ahead.
So Louis, I'm just asking very simply, are you saying because we don't agree with the Ukrainian war being funded by American taxpayer dollars, that is Russian propaganda?
Oh my gosh, do you understand the reason why the Americans even funded the fucking
He asked it to Louis.
That's right, Russia.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Louis, directly to Louis. Louis said that what
I don't care who you're directly talking to. I'm addressing your stupid question. I'm addressing your stupid question. You want a question answered, I'll give it answer.
I think this sentiment.
Let's be respectful. Before you answer, let's give Louis the chance to answer because it wasn't a direct question.
45 an hour. I'm just talking again. So, one more time, Louis. Are you saying that if we don't agree that the Ukrainian war should be funded by American taxpayer dollars, that is Russian propaganda?
Yeah, but that's not the entirety of your position. I would concede that, like if we as Americans decide like, hey, we don't want our taxpayer, we don't want our taxpayer dollars. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me, muffled?
It's kind of low. You're a little low, but go. Because I was gonna say I'm consistent. I don't think American dollars should be going to pay for the Middle East wars either. I am consistent across the board.
Let me ask you something. You think Americans should protect our allies?
Depends. It depends on the relationship between the allies. It depends.
Because what's the purpose of an ally?
Has been funded.
I agree. Hold on. Is that Hagar?
Yeah, brother. Do you know how many years, Solomon, the U.S. has been funding unrest in Ukraine? Civil unrest.
No, I'm not. I am not familiar with.
1992, the United States position in Ukraine has been since '92, and they bumped up their involvement in 2004 when they hosted, or it's not hosted, but positioned the color revolution that took place, where they put in a pro-European, pro-NATO, pro-US president, who then he himself was ousted by the Russians. When Yanushchenko took over, who was a pro-Russian president, he took over, and that's why there was no combat between Ukraine and Russia, like the ignorant that school was asking. He just doesn't understand the history. The people were ready to fight. The Ukrainians are fucking savages, man. They will fight till they die. And we've seen this happen against Russia too. When Russia attacked Georgia because they couldn't place a pro-Russian president because a pro-Western president was put.
Thank you.
This is
Literally,
why.
it's in Eastern European, like
that
across
is
all Eastern Europe. Russia has a history of puppet politicians. You see it in Belarus.
You are skipping steps.
Can I ask?
Yo, Haga, you are skipping step. He was the Georgian army.
He
Hold
actually
on. He was the Georgian army that fired on the Russian army first. That caused that little invasion and created the buffer zone. Now Georgia actually reversed course, and they are literally pro-Russia according to their last election. Romania also elected pro-Russian according to their last election. Last
They
year.
were able to fraudulently remove people like
Let me ask you a question.
Yanushchenko was placed into office by the Russians, and when the Ukrainian people stood up and fought against him, this time without the billions funded by the US, mind you, like it was in 2004, where you had Serbian ousted presidents living in Ukraine telling the fucking civilians you need to throw rocks at your parliament. It was very different. And what did he do? Yanushchenko put his fucking tail between his legs, went to Moscow, and ruled in absentia. And the same thing happened in Georgia. Georgia was the Abkhazians and the Ossetians, who are ethnically, yes, different from the Georgian people because they're a mix of different ethnic groups, were out there fighting against the pro-Russian government because they were being what? Genocided. They were being ethnically cleansed.
Okay,
So these people stood up against Russia. I'm not addressing your ignorant ass.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Hold on, School.
I'm going to go read a Bible if you look at my pizza.
You also not mentioning how Orthodox Christians are being persecuted in the Ukraine, though.
I'm not.
And that's the part I don't like. You guys like to skip the
My
steps.
point isn't a support or endorsement of Ukraine. I am actually anti-Ukraine because they are anti-Armenia. Ukraine celebrated the defeat of Armenia. My point is pro-history, right? You have to lay out the full history. As an historian, you should know that. I'm not endorsing either side.
We're not mentioning the event of December 12, 2004, where 58 people were burned inside the church.
Which was funded by who?
That was a big turning point in the conflict. That was done by the Kiev revolutionists, right? Who was funded by who? They also killed those strike workers in Odessa. All that shit created tension. This is why Russia went into Crimea, because they could not stay by and watch their citizens die.
I'm not denying that point, Matt.
Two
But
questions
who
so I
are
can
they
go back
getting
to
their
work.
funding and training from,
The
Matt?
United States. You know that.
That's
The
the point I'm
United
trying to
States.
fucking make. So when people complain about the U.S.'s continued involvement in the region and NATO expansion, bro, NATO expansion in Ukraine has been going on since '94. This has been a topic of conversation. In 2002, when fucking Putin himself wanted to join NATO, because he realized that Ukraine, which is a valuable asset for natural resources, it's the breadbasket of his country, is joining up and partnering up with the U.S. So he appointed a bullshit fucking leader. I'm probably mispronouncing his name, Aisha. You can correct me. Yanushchenko, I think, or whatever it is. They're all sound the same. Yanukovych. Yanushchenko was probably before. He was probably 2004.
Yeah, that was the guy before that.
He was a pro-American. Yanukovych was a pro-Russian who ruled for like a long period of time.
Can I just ask you a question so I can go back to work?
Yeah, go for it.
And that was actually the whole reason why Zelensky was even appointed to begin with, because Zelensky is a Russian national, and they thought he was going to be another fucking puppet politician. But when he started doing what he wanted, that's actually the reason why the war escalated.
Okay.
So rather than
King,
he took money from the U.S.
Two questions. King, before 2022, was the U.S., I just want yes or no, was the U.S. funding any war in Ukraine?
Not that I know of.
Okay. King.
Such a stupid fuck.
Shut up, Hagoop. Go read the Bible. Okay, King, the last question
is... Go eat your fucking...
Hold on, King. The last question is, the Ukrainians are such savages that they'll fight and die for anything. Wasn't it just recently that Ukraine had to do a draft because no one wanted to fight?
I heard they did, but I heard that was on the Russian side too. But I think it was on the Russian side.
Wait, no. Ukraine. Wait,
Are you retarded in school? Wasn't fucking the Wagner group going to fucking prisons, pulling people out of fucking jails? Because there was no fucking Russian soldiers.
I'm talking about Ukraine.
Don't talk about a subject that you don't know.
Because you said
Ukrainians had 800,000 fucking casualties.
Hey,
of course, people are fucking
Hey,
dying.
Bible thumper. You said Ukrainians are savages.
Yes, they are. They would have fought without U.S. support.
Yes, they would have fought, but yet none of them wanted to fight. They had to draft. They had to force these people.
No. Draft is a normal part of
what school is
That's not a normal
what school is talking about is where they stopped all men from being able to leave Ukraine.
Right, they changed the rule from 25 to 19, and now they included people that have. They included
Go eat your fucking
illness, i.e.,
Go
if you have any hepatitis, if you have HIV, those people will also be part of the subscription. They are literally kidnapping people in Ukraine and put them in the army.
Bro,
the same thing. Come up with a better insult than go by Hitler. That's how
Russia's doing
people
this
trying to leave Ukraine, and they allowed the women
both of y'all turn into ops.
They did not allow them.
School, hang up. How did y'all turn into ops?
School's retarded. He asks disingenuous leading questions.
Yeah, but they are drafting women too now. They are drafting a bunch of
the motive of Russia. Even though she didn't disagree with the chronological order of the events that school was going down, 94, 97, 90, he was going down this order, she agreed to all of it.
Didn't.
Absolutely, you did.
That's fine.
What the hell? He was talking about the Budapest Agreement, where they denuclearized Ukraine, and this was the treaty. This is where he started off his timeline, and he went all the way through the timeline, all the way to 2022.
So
you weren't here for that.
I was here for the majority of this conversation, but I don't remember him laying out the timeline correctly. So, Matt, I brought up the Georgians for a reason, right? Not because
the Budapest Agreement?
Ethnic groups fighting. I brought up the Georgians to prove a point that they fought against the Russian army without any fucking support.
Oh.
And I fucking hate Georgians too, bro. They're fucking dirty motherfuckers as well in there.
You see what he's doing, Matt?
The Georgians consistently support and side with Turkey and Azerbaijan, who are the genocidal powerhouses.
Like he's making it about something else.
I'm not. I'm talking about how the people in the Caucasus region will fight without U.S. support. They have been for the past fucking 100
Let me ask you this question.
Exactly.
If the United States didn't support Ukraine or didn't offer the insurances, would we still be in the conflict today?
No, no one's making this
Wait.
No, I'm asking.
I'll tell you what would have happened. Yes, Ukraine would have become a part of Russia, and anyone who had supported Ukraine or fighted or attempted to fight would have been slaughtered. In the same ways that the Jews were killed, or whatever. They'll be shot dead.
All right. Well, then that kind of
This
goes
has
to the question
happened
we were
before. This
asking
has
earlier,
happened
right?
before.
This
is not the first time it's happened.
Hold on, but when the peace treaty was offered, and then Boris Johnson and Joe Biden's Clooney's went over there and forced Zelensky to go through with the war, I'm saying that without them intervening, and Zelensky understood he would not have any backers or financial backers or military weaponry at his leisure, he would have signed the deal and lost a quarter of what they're occupying right now. To save the
you have to
sovereignty of
understand
Ukraine.
that Zelensky's appointment was to be pro-Western. He came off as a pro-Russian puppet. But
Hold on, so do you disagree with what I just said, or you agree with it?
Pro-Western. No, I agree that he would have had his ass handed to him by Russia.
No, he would have signed the peace agreement, right?
Yeah, everybody agrees with that, but the thing...
Okay, he would have signed the peace agreement, and not one Ukrainian head would have been chopped off.
No, he wouldn't. And yes, it would
How
have.
do we agree?
Hang on, wait, no, like literally, if you look, because you're just basing this thinking that we signed an agreement and it's kumbaya, my lord. No, anybody that had stance against Russia would have been slaughtered. Language would become illegal and again killed if spoken.
No,
because this has all historically happened. This
We're
is
only
not the
playing
first
the
time.
agreement for what it was, Aisha. If
That's
he
also
would have signed that
inaccurate.
agreement, the hostilities would have left immediately.
But she's saying stuff that's inaccurate.
If it's inaccurate, then why do I speak
I'm
Russian?
going to give you the history, right? Because Russia has 26 oblasts, and all of these oblasts are independent of each other. They all retain their custom, their language, their mannerism. Russia is extremely diverse. You cannot come out and say that Russia created this ethnic majority where they have this one way, like a monolith. because Russia's not like that.
Aisha, let me just say this really quick. I think it's Aisha, hold on. I think it's really
I don't need to.
Hold on, Aisha, let me say this real quick. I think it's really funny that there's a Haitian and a Samoan trying to tell an Armenian and a Ukrainian.
No, it's sort of no. I didn't listen. I think it's just smart.
A Samoan and a Haitian.
Hold on. So I cannot study. So if I cannot study something, is that what you're saying? I cannot study something.
No,
you say that I cannot study something. So I'm not allowed to study something.
It is funny, but Matt is also very well informed and intelligent.
What's funny about it? Hold on, Hagab. What's funny about
Otto, it's actually so ironic because you keep telling me
we're talking about the actual record of a deal got to be signed. Right, so there was an actual deal that Zelensky was going to sign, and then right when he was going to sign it, Boris Johnson and the United States of America intervened. And he did not sign the deal. You're saying
you all act like y'all don't remember that.
Right.
Did I deny that?
No, hold on.
The U.S.
Let me just finish this for She-Wolf since she can't start the conversation. What Aisha's saying is that he would have never signed this deal, no matter what, even if America and the UK did not back him, and they would have fought to the end.
I said the Ukrainian people would have fought to
the end. Keep watching that because you're not starting the conversation. Go ahead, Aisha.
I said the Ukrainian people would have fought it regardless. This war would have happened regardless, but the outcome would have been slightly different. It would have ended a lot sooner by Ukraine being Russian, speaking Russian right now, and Ukraine no longer existing, and many slaughtered for even attempting to fight. Because you can even see them; they're even slaughtering Russians right now for even any
type of women just realize that they're wrong.
They can't.
It's crazy.
It's a breakdown in the brain. They're not allowed to admit any type of.
Zelensky said he was going to sign this deal. She's saying that Zelensky would have never signed the deal because they're so proud.
That's not what she's saying. That's not what she's saying.
But speaking of,
I'm going to go and jump.
Like, I would give credit to Angela Merkel because she
is saying she is saying she would have signed the deal, but people would have died.
Hold on,
we could have been in this war in 2008 if you want to find Angela Merkel. We got to give her credit. We got to give Angela Merkel credit, though.
All right. All right, let's just point this out. So Aisha's saying that they were going to fight regardless, right?
They would have fighted. Zelensky would have been executed along with anyone else who tried, and we'll be all speaking Russian.
Let him finish his sentence. You've already stated that.
All right, so I want to make sure Hagap is listening to this. She's saying that Zelensky's going to sign the deal, right? And then the Ukrainians are going to kill him anyways and go fight anyways. That's what she's saying.
Ukraine? What?
Okay.
Hold on.
Read state your position. I should do it in an American accent.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is
Ukrainians started fighting. Now, Russians come in, they would have killed Zelensky, regardless of any deals or whatever that you like to believe that would have happened.
You hear that, bro?
They would have slaughtered any soldier that attempted, and right now we'll be speaking Russian, and our would be illegal, and plenty would have died regardless of whatever, because Zelensky was a failed politician in their eyes. They thought he was supposed to be a Russian puppet politician, which he wasn't.
All right, thank you, Aisha. Okay, so I want to make sure that Hagap is listening to this. Hagap, she said that Zelensky's going to sign the deal, and regardless of him signing the deal, Russia is going to say, forget the deal. We're going to go on there and kill them anyways. And then all the Ukrainians are going to end up dying anyways.
You're assuming that the Ukrainian people wouldn't have any sort of armed resistance to the idea of a Russian takeover.
Oh my gosh, what is going on today, bro?
Specifically in Donetsk and Lugansk, places where they're fucking ready to fight.
What is going on?
They've taken, hang on, this has happened, like you're arguing with something that's happened before. This is not the first time. They've taken out our politicians because these pro-Ukrainian.
Oh my God, hold on. So what we're hearing from you is this, that regardless of whatever happens, the people of Ukraine
does not follow any type of government order or instruction.
No, you're making a generalization. You're making a generalization. That's not what I said. I said that there would be people that would take arms and fight against this change. It was inevitable.
Wait, what
This has been a rice cooker for the past 20 years.
Wait, what changed?
We're talking about your hypothetical situation that Zelensky signs the deal.
Signs the peace agreement, right?
Which would be Russian settlements in Ukraine today. The peace agreement would involve Russian settlements in Ukraine today. And if that were to be the case, the Ukrainians would be fucking raging. And then the point to make that Russian is already the language in Ukraine is a failure to understand that every single Soviet satellite, not only Donbass, Donetsk, and Lugansk both.
No, in the peace agreement, that's all they wanted. In the peace agreement,
you're forgetting the idea that in Lugansk there's a Russian majority, which would
Right, I want to make sure that we're back.
Go with the actual evidence. Lugansk would have been the second to fall. It would be included in there as well.
Bro, what is going on right now, bro?
Lugansk is a Russian majority, bro. What are you talking? They're the first ones to vote the referendum into being part of it.
Yeah, this is horrible. So what you guys are doing is
you sound like Trump.
Right. So just real quick. So we're saying that the peace agreement, they invade Donbass, right? The region of Donbass. They say, we're just going to keep this portion here. The majority of people here are Russian anyways. Whenever there's actual natural disasters, we're the ones who pay for this shit anyways. They've always been underneath Russian rulership. We're just going to make it official. He says, okay. Then you're saying, well, after he signs the deal, the Russians aren't going to stop there. They're going to keep going, right?
Yeah, I think that would have been
That would have most definitely been the case.
Oh my gosh, you hear you guys sounds?
Listen, me and Aisha are opposite sides here.
Wait, so let's look over these agreements. Hold on.
But God, if the pretext for the war was the protection of the people in the Donbass, once Russia get that and annex the Donbass, I don't see any reason for them to move forward with the war.
Especially when they ain't got no financiers to back their part of the war.
Wait. There's no reason for them to move forward. First of all,
but that was why they went to war.
No, actually, shut up. Listen, learn something. You said there's no reason. Let me give you all the fucking reasons. You said there's no reason for them to move forward. Yes, there's many. Putin himself said that literally after the collapse of the Soviet Union, it was the worst thing to happen, whatever, in Russian history, and that his primary goal is to reinforce Russia's former glory. Now, in Russia's former glory, Kiev
will give you $1 billion and the largest military to assist
in the USSR. Kiev was the capital. For you to say that they have no motive to move forward, you're full of shit.
Wait. Can I ask any of you like Russian fucking tap dancers right now? Why should Ukraine have accepted that piece of it? Tell me.
Because
say something other than they would have lost less land than they already lost.
Wait, can we all slow down a little bit? Because I think Edward's question is an amazing question, and we can take
this is why because nobody can track with 5 people talking at the same time. Because you guys were just fucking talking.
All right, I want to answer his question. Because I want to answer his questions in a way that's not argumentative. Because to be honest, none of us are Russian. I think the conversation's interesting, and the fact that a lot of people are claiming that people are like, carrying water for Putin or whatever. I mean, I don't think that any of us are. But dude, the reason why I think that it would have been a good thing to sign a peace agreement is because this war was unwinnable no matter who supported that, right? And I think and I think the human tragedy is that there's actually a whole entire generation of Ukrainians who don't exist anymore. I don't think I agree with you. I think there's a lot of. I'm about to land. I'm about to land. Like it was only actually 30 seconds. At the end of the day, there's actually a lot of propaganda on both sides, and I think you hear it a little bit on both sides. But at the end of the day, Ukrainians have died. Look at how many. The reason why they're drafting is because there's no more people left. I don't think that they're suing for peace now because of Trump. They're suing for peace. They don't have any more people left. So what's the point of sacrificing for a war that you know that you're never
Wait.
Give me 1 second. Please let me respond to that.
Let us insert. There's no response. Let us
Oh my God, Matt's not gonna let me. I'm just gonna talk over that. You can't say that. You can't say that because Ukraine turned down that peace agreement that Russia has exhausted all avenues of diplomacy. That's fucking ridiculous to say that. To say that they turned down that peace agreement, therefore we can attack them.
No.
It's fucking ridiculous. And to say that, Ukraine brought this upon themselves. That sentiment.
No one's doing
Russian propagandists, bro.
We're not doing that.
You literally said that.
No, I just say that they did not say that.
Literally did.
I literally did not say that.
You guys on that side can't say that you've exhausted all methods of diplomacy against
I said that the United States of America put a battery
and talk about trusting Russia. They've already broken the Minsk agreements. They've already broken the provisions laid out in the Budapest agreements too. Like Russia lies.
Louis,
Russia lies. They go back on their agreements. It's historically true.
This is horrible.
Russia didn't break the Minsk agreement.
This is what we're talking about, right?
Russia breaks
So we have history to go back and look at, right? And what I'm saying is that there was a peace agreement, and that America and UK and the rest of NATO
agreement that would have choked our military, made us
economically
reliable.
Hold on real quick.
We have no. We can't support it. We have no. We can't reach out to anyone in the broader international.
All right, cool.
Like that's the agreement you wanted Ukraine to agree to.
No,
that agreement.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this. America and you.
So he gotta understand.
All right, that's not what I'm saying. Or that's not what I'm saying. Even though literally I said something totally different. What I said was America and NATO and all these quote unquote allies, they put a battery in Ukraine's back to rip up the deal. If they didn't have the battery in their back, these guys here are saying they still would have went forward, or he would have signed the deal and it would have happened anyways. I'm saying that Zelensky would have saved Ukraine. The 800,000 lives, they would have gave up a quarter of a region that was already in Russia's control regardless, the Donbass region. They've been fighting for it forever, whatever, right? And then they would live to fight another day.
Conjecture based on nothing.
No, that's not true, bro. Self-preservation is a thing. Louis, you're not being even.
I'm being completely safe.
The conjecture is the idea that they wouldn't have honored the agreement. It's conjecture either way, right?
No, it's
how preservation. I've been talking about this. Self-preservation. It's the African side of his brain thinking.
It's back. No. The fact that the idea that Russia would go back is backed by historical precedent. What do you mean?
What historical precedent?
Then okay, wait.
No, that's the reasoning. That's the reasoning.
What historical precedent?
Like the agreement that they're not going to attack Ukraine.
What agreement was that?
I'll give you
What
an
about them breaking the seal?
Ukraine did what? The Minsk?
What agreement is that? That's not what the Minsk agreement is. No, that's not what it is. You guys don't know what the Minsk agreement is.
What about Russia breaking the CSTO agreement between Kazakhstan, Armenia, and Azerbaijan?
That's a different situation.
Yeah, it's just Russia. Why is that different? It's an example of Russia breaking the treaty.
I know, man. I know.
Oh my God! You guys are all the way out, bro.
You guys said this. You guys said this is shut down.
No, that's a job. You guys are slippery.
You guys do not know about breakup of agreement. NATO started in 1949, right? Then, when the Soviet fell in 91, there was an agreement that NATO would not move past Germany. How many times have NATO moved past Germany, and who broke that agreement?
And that's the pretense. That's the whole pretense for Russia.
What about that, Louis?
So, hang on. So, you said that they didn't violate. I posted it in the thing. I posted it on the chat. Go read, please.
No, we don't want to. Louis,
Just to be clear,
Louis, so Matt's pointing out that the NATO alliances have broken the promises that they've made about expansion. And we can look through at the timeline where they kept moving closer and closer to Russia by defying the actual treaties.
These are promises like backdoor deals. Are these the same backdoor promises that like you guys said? Oh, like we found it in these archives that they like one general actually like said to a Russian leader that we would never go east. But there was never any fucking contract signed, never any treaty signed, never any official agreement, right? You're talking about like a handshake deal.
So hang on, I wanna leave it.
You're talking about like some backroom handshake deal that happened, right?
Louis, that's what the Minsk agreement is. When the Soviets fell,
No, the fuck it's not.
Alto, you, Alto,
the Russian agreed. Oh, you guys are not there.
Alto, you asked for what treaty did they break? So listen to this because I'm going to read it because you didn't want to read it. So the Treaty on Friendship, Cooperation and the Partnership between Ukraine and Russia Federation, also known as the Big Treaty, was an agreement signed in 1997 between Ukraine and Russia with fixed principle of strategic partnership, the recognition of the involuntary of existence of borders, and respect for the territorial integrity and mutual commitment not to use its territory to harm security of each other. The treaty prevents Ukraine and Russia from invading one another countries respectively and declaring war due to the beginning of the Russo-Ukrainian War in 2014. Ukraine President Petro Poroshenko signed a decree not to extend the treaty on 19th of September 2019. The treaty.
So the treaty expired.
No, the treaty was violated. The treaty was violated by Russia. The treaty was violated by Russia. So don't sit here and talk to me on when did they not? You asked explicitly where did they violate agreements historically. There is a clear agreement where they clearly, obviously violated.
No, they chose not to extend the agreement.
Oh my God, you're so fucking stupid. They violated the agreement.
How?
What do you mean how?
How?
They invaded Ukraine.
No, that was 4 years later after they didn't extend it. They didn't invade Ukraine until 4 years later. The agreement stopped 2018. You gotta do math.
And secondly, bringing NATO
can you do math?
into Ukraine.
What the hell? That means there was no treaty in place for them to violate when they moved in.
Well, hang on, where do you...
If you don't extend
the treaty was not supposed to be extended in 2018. The treaty was violated in 2014. Where's your maths?
It says the treaty expired in 2019. They invaded in 2014. It did not expire yet when they invaded Ukraine.
No, they did not.
Thank you for it. Are you saying thank you because you proved you wrong? You're wrong.
They invaded Ukraine in 2022.
They invaded Ukraine in 2014 when they started fighting on the Donbass region, Samoa.
Horrible. This is
wait, Crimea is not Ukraine now. Let them to this level.
What the hell? We are talking about, did they violate the treaty in 2022 when they invaded Russia or Ukraine?
It says Russia-Ukrainian war
in 2014 in the Donbass region.
What is the 2014 Russia-Ukrainian
you guys are being dumb on purpose. Nah, this is a joke. You're joking.
I'm gonna go watch Buffy Vampire.
Wait, okay, so wait.
Yeah,
so,
I can't teach a brainwashed monkey to how to be unbrainwashed.
What's the point of this? Because at the end of the day, I don't know why you guys are arguing with them, because there's obviously propaganda on both sides, right?
Why?